Hey everybody, it's your pal Mike Zombie, and this week we're going to talk about Rise of the Zombies from 2012, a sci-fi made-for-TV movie. I'm going to make this real short and sweet. It's Friday night, I need to get this done. And fortunately, this movie, made-for-TV movie, didn't give me a whole lot to talk about. What I liked about it is that it was pretty gruesome for television, not nearly as gruesome as The Walking Dead, but still not all that bad. And it takes place completely in San Francisco, especially the San Francisco Bay. And that's where I grew up. I was born in Oakland, raised up there, so I like the area. I like the Bay. Now, we start off with a group that really doesn't matter on their way to Alcatraz. Hopefully, they're thinking. And this guy is driving a truck down Lombard Street really fucking fast. And he's safely in the truck with a group of people, and there's no reason to be driving so recklessly. So the truck starts to roll, and it's midway up on Lombard. And if you know Lombard Street, it's the crookedest street in the world. There's a bunch of fucking S's going downhill pointlessly. I've been down it. It's a tourist trap. There's no fucking point. And instead of just rolling to the side, this truck, like a fucking pinball, goes and rolls all the way down and follows the path. I knew, all right, this film is just going to be fucking stupid. Sadly, I was right. My gripe is that sci-fi took a decent cast. Everybody was in this. Mariel Hemingway, LeVar Burton, Danny Trejo, of course, because he's popular right now, from Machete. And a bunch of other people, many of which you've seen before. How could this go wrong? But it does. So everybody's trying to get to Alcatraz. And the zombie apocalypse has, for some reason, devastated at least the west coast of California. They really don't take it any further than that. And in Alcatraz, we have a group of people trying to survive. And they don't explain their whereabouts, how they came to be at all. But we saw a bunch of people roll in a truck and die trying to get to them, so it must be somewhat important. And everybody's kind of hanging out at Alcatraz, and they become overrun because zombies apparently are crossing the bay, which also bothered me because that water's cold and full of sharks. I fished there, I can tell you. It's fucking loaded with sharks. Farallones right off the coast. The greatest concentration of great whites outside of Australia. So, and maybe and South Africa, I'm assuming. But that just tells you it's not a place you want to fucking swim. But thousands of zombies just walk their way to Alcatraz and attack everybody. So everyone tries to escape. Nearly everybody, minus LeVar Burton, hops on a raft to go to Petaluma. I think it was Petaluma. Anyway, it's somewhere around there, where a rescue station is purported to be. It's not, and most everybody dies on the trip. The rest go to San Francisco proper to try to get a cure. I don't know, and guess what? Doesn't matter. There's a doctor working with chimps, and he's trying to stop the rage in them because this thing spreads within 30 seconds. You get bit, 30 seconds, you're a full zombie. A quick one. Whatever. It doesn't matter to me. And everybody's goal seems to be pointless. A lot of resources were wasted. Some of the zombies look great. The further ones away, and this does make sense from a production standpoint, look like shit, look like they were wearing masks. But we see zombies like cockroaches racing up the side of the legs of the Golden Gate Bridge. Come on, sci-fi. You can't do better than this. Really, you can't do better than this? Embarrassing. And we have friends at Sci-Fi that we, do dealings with as far as film stuff for the show. And I just could not believe this fucking hunk of what the fuck rolled out of them. And I know the asylum was involved to some degree with the production, but I don't know. Everybody's goal is for nothing. There's no rescue station. Though the one survivor just declares it's not there. He drove out to it, and he doesn't really explore it. I don't know. He gets chased off by a few zombies, so maybe he's right. LeVar Burton in Alcatraz can't revive his daughter that he's trying to. He gets bit. He blows himself up with a fucking grenade, so that turns to shit. And everybody else goes to San Francisco, and we get to see things we've seen in other movies and television shows. A better show, The Walking Dead, clearly a better show. Now, I'm not sure who ripped off who, because they do a cesarean birth of a baby. A mother that's dying and going to become a zombie. But I will say that Rise of the Zombies clearly rips off Dawn of the Dead 2004 because the baby they deliver, it's like, they pull it out. Mariel Hemingway pulls this thing like she's trying to fucking birth a mare, pulling this fucking thing out. And the baby's face is perfectly clean. It's smiling and happy. Nice work, sci-fi. And within seconds, the dirty blood in the umbilical cord goes up, and baby's a zombie. So this one girl stomps it to death like she's doing the fucking the chicken dance on top of it. What the fuck ever. But that was stolen from Dawn of the Dead 2004, and they both, and with Walking Dead, this released just about the same week almost that Walking Dead Lori had the C-section baby. So I don't know who stole it from who, and the more I think about it, the less fuck I give. I haven't worked out the quantity of fuck, but it's really low at this point. And of course, they drive to Berkeley to find the doctor who's working with the chimps. Apparently the chimp went apeshit and pulled the arms off everybody, and they had to kill it or whatever. And they go to the roof. Why? Because Fran and Ken Foray are up there with the helicopter that they fly off into nowhere because there's nowhere to fucking go. So they ripped off Dawn of the Dead. But what I will say, for the producers of Sci-Fi or Asylum, whatever the fuck, I was so uninterested I didn't bother. I would say you shot a movie for TV, which actually looked decent, minus the stupid shots of there was probably no less than 15 shots of a helicopter flying over San Francisco. Do us a favor. If you're going to use that in the middle of a zombie apocalypse where no one's alive, make sure we don't see the shadow of the helicopter, because that was kind of distracting. And when you do shots of way up above San Francisco, make sure we don't see cars driving around, because that's awkward. Let's see what else. It wasn't a bad-looking film. I mean, there must have been different crews, because there was decent special effects mixed in with some of the worst I've seen in a long time. Oh, and they're running people down. And it's funny, as the cars hit these zombies, they are immediately lying flat. There's no falling periods. Boom, 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 on the ground. Clearly done CGI awfully. So, for buy it, borrow it, or don't bother, this would be a borrow, I guess. I don't think it's something you can watch. You can do what I did and just fucking download it, because I would not pay for this thing. I do think it's also important to point out that Mariel Hemingway is considerably taller than Danny Trejo, but that's okay, because she has more of a beard than he does. Holy shit. I don't know. If you're going to take your star outside, you might want to have him waxed. Just saying. She looked awfully goddamn hairy. Whatever. I do too. I guess I shouldn't talk, but this just goes to show that, like, even with a sports team, you can throw a bunch of names out there. Not a lot of big names. A lot of these people we haven't heard from for a while, minus Danny Trejo, but he's popular. And he was in this briefly. He was like in the first third of the film. They fucking cut him out. Hopefully he got a good paying movie that was interesting to go do, because they got him out pretty early. Oh. My other just stupid physics deal. They're in this raft going from Alcatraz to the northwestern shore towards the bottom of the Golden Gate. And that's not that big a deal. It's cold as fuck, but in a giant raft, you can do it. It's not unheard of. But they're out in the middle of the bay, and 30 or 40 zombies are suddenly underneath the raft, grabbing people, pulling people down. Right. Absolutely. It's sure nice that they were able to stand up at waist height in about 150 feet of water that's ice fucking cold and have such great leverage. Shit like that bothers me, which is why I say Sci-Fi, you didn't even try. You really didn't even try. This movie, to me, with what they could have done, with their resources, with, hey, let's just face it, we're well into this dead horse beaten genre that I love so much of zombie films, to where if you don't make an outstanding movie, people kind of laugh it off because every asshole's making one. When you're Sci-Fi and you make a shitty one, shame on you. You just should be ashamed of yourself. This would be a borrow if you could. I say download it. Otherwise, fuck it. It's no big deal. You're not missing nothing. I'm going to bed. Sorry it was short and I'm pissed off. It's 9:30. I'm fucking tired. I wanted to get this done. I wanted to watch this, and I was really annoyed at how this movie let me down. But it's better than some of the homespun stuff I've seen. But the genre doesn't seem to be dead yet. So we're going to get more rising stars, and we're going to get steaming turds. This, you know what? Probably I'm more down on this because I don't feel very good. This wasn't awful. It just wasn't good, and I would not bother watching any of it again. A lot of people killed themselves in this, which was interesting. A lot of people gave up. Maybe that was a bit more honest than some movies I've seen lately. But again, with the resources that Sci-Fi has, this is just embarrassing. I don't care how it looks. When you look at it overall, just embarrassing. Anyways, that's all I've got. Have a good week. We'll talk to you soon. See you.